What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, look, let's chop it up about Disney Predator. All right, Predator Badlands to some of you guys. I call it Disney Predator. The exact same way I call it Disney Star Wars, I call this Disney Predator because it's Predator, but Disneyfied. And this movie is hella Disneyfied. And anybody that tries to deny that at this point, you're just lying to yourself, all right? This is all Disney all day, all right? Everything about this movie screams Disney is involved, and Disney made sure that they got exactly the movie that they wanted. You know, it's PG-13, no blood, no cussing, and absolutely no horror, all right? This is supposed to be a horror franchise. Predator is a action horror franchise. That's the way it started out back in 1987, okay? Like even Box Office Pro called it out, all right? Predator Badlands, this was the long-range box office forecast, brings the iconic horror franchise back to the big screen. So let's just keep it all the way a buck. This was supposed to be a horror franchise. If you want to do some sci-fi action shit, it's not Predator. Do it somewhere else. That's why I say this isn't a Predator movie. All right? It's a Disney Predator movie, all right? Disney Predator got involved with this one. And the other thing that it isn't masculine, okay? There is nothing masculine going on in this. I know a lot of people are kind of confused by that. There is nothing masculine going on in this movie. The original Predator movie, probably the most masculine movie you could possibly watch, okay? You got all of these beefed up, hunked up Green Beret dudes, the baddest of the baddest, out there in the jungle, and then the Predator is just coming in and just popping them one by one. In the most horrific ways possible. It's scary. This dude is a badass, and he's taking on all the badasses. And it's like, this is all about masculinity. That's why guys love it so much, which frustrates me because it's like, why can't we just keep our masculine franchises masculine? Why do we have to go and Disneyfy this junk? All right? Or in their heads, look, in Disney's heads, it's like, no, this is modern masculinity. All right? This is the kind of masculinity we like today. We don't like your old masculinity with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You guys remember that handshake?
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. That's the greeting of a man, two men greeting right there, bruh. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they don't want that no more. All right? We got cute sidekicks and cute aliens and all of that kind of crap.
It's Hollywood, baby.
The type of masculinity, look, I pulled this up because I just want to remind everybody. Remember this from Men's Health, how Pedro Pascal became the symbol of modern masculinity? This is the kind of modern masculinity that you see in this Predator movie. That's what Disney Predator is. All right? It's this type of masculinity. All right? Not Arnold, all right? Not Dylan. No. We getting this. And see, that's the problem. The ways that you know that this isn't a Predator movie is just by the way they describe the movie. The way that people are talking about this movie tells you everything you need to know. I saw this review. This was posted up by Hideo Kojima. He's a video game guy. All right, video game developer. Look at the way that he describes this movie. This tells you everything you need to know, y'all. This is a character-driven movie about the Predator Deck and his partner, Thea. Elle is, as always, adorable. Rather than a tale of terror of being hunted, it is a classic comedic action film that depicts the friendship born in the midst of the hunt. You would never describe the original Predator like this. A classic comedic action film. You would never describe the original OG Predator this way. This is Disney's Predator, all right? This is what Disney's Predator is, which is why when you go through and you see some of the headlines and people talking about it, the first gay Predator.
Pause.
Fans criticize woke Disneyfied Predator Badlands. Yeah, these are the kind of headlines that you see coming out of this stuff. You know, queer Predator, gay Predator. That's something that you would have never associated with that OG Predator. That tells you, oh, this really isn't a Predator movie. This is something entirely different. And listen, I'm not here to say that you can't enjoy the movie. I just want you to acknowledge it's not a Predator movie. It just takes place in the Predator universe. All right. And that's about it. It takes place in the universe. It has a Yautja. But in terms of the feel of what an original Predator movie is, this ain't it. This ain't it at all. R&B Robert Meyer Burnett was saying, well, you know, Predator is just an Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie. I'm like, okay, sure. Yeah, I'm down for that. Yep, it's just Arnold Schwarzenegger action with a scary alien that's out there wiping everybody out. Horror style, all right? Just like a slasher movie. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's what the franchise should be. And if the franchise ain't that, then you know what? Make something else. I don't have a problem with the story that they told and thinking, oh man, you know, like even this guy right here was like pointing it out. It's like, yeah, you know, classic comedic action film depicts the friendship being born in the midst of the hunt. There's all kind of great stories that are just like that. And I think as a story of itself, it's fine. It's just not Predator. It's Disney's Predator. You know what Disney's Predator has? Disney Predator has cute little aliens. Oh my gosh, look at the little guy. That's what Disney Predator has. This dude doesn't belong in the Predator franchise. What are you doing here?
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
This is how you know this is not a Predator movie. What is this dude doing in this thing? Or girl, I guess it's a female, actually. So this is a female. The synth is a female. So the Predator picks up a couple of female sidekicks to go on his little road to the Kalisk. You know, it's like a traveling buddy movie or whatever. It's like, this is not what the Predator is. And so we got to get back to the roots if we want to make a Predator movie. Action, horror, masculine. That's it. And if it's not that, if it doesn't have all three of those elements, I'm sorry, I'm going to call it out. All right? I'm going to call it out each and every time. You also know that when you have Predator Badlands baby Kalisk videos popping up all over the place, all right? You see this type of stuff. Oh, look at him. He's so adorable. Look at how cute he is. This is the stuff I'm talking about. This isn't Predator. He's pulling his little still. He's just trying to be like you. He's got his little fire stick. Isn't it cute? It's funny. Yeah, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at all. Keep masculine franchise masculine. What's so hard about that? And then you got everybody out here in the media, you know, trying to turn it into a smash success. Like, oh my God, this is one of the biggest, baddest movies of all time. This thing is crushing the game right now. It's like, nah, it just kind of eked over, you know, and then it says here, I got to point this out too, because I pointed it out on the last video. Predator Badlands beats box office expectations. All right. What were those box office expectations? Everybody's, oh, it was 25 to 30 million. Well, again, going back to the original projections on Box Office Pro, and I've already called this out, all right? Originally, it was 35 to 45 million dollars. That was the original projections for this movie. So it's right there in the middle. That $40 million that it made, all right, here it goes right here. They actually downgraded. It's not 80 million any longer. It's 79. But yeah, this 40 million domestic, all right, that's smack dab in the middle of the original opening weekend projections. The only reason that these projections went down is because October was bad. October was so bad that even Box Office Pro was like, hey, man, look, people ain't going to the movies. Let's just drop it, all right? I don't think people are coming to check for it, but it turns out this movie did bring in the amount of people that they thought was coming to see it, and it went right back up to $40 million, you know? But yeah, I think that what That Park Place is talking about, shout out to Marvin Montanaro. Yeah, the media is just trying to make this thing into a huge success. And it's because it's Disneyfied. I don't see any other reason to try to pump this one up more than all of these other ones. If you like the movie, that's great. But don't try to spin it into some sort of a mega success. It's doing all right. It's got a long road to go to get profitable. We're talking about a movie that needs to probably 4x, 4 times this box office. You know, if you get to like 300 million, you're close. Right now, it's at 80. All right, so you're talking about needing to get somewhere in that $320 million range. That's 4 times the opening weekend. You know how many films barely get to 4 times? 3x is hard for a lot of movies. And this thing has a laundry list. I talked about it on the last video. This thing has a laundry list of competition coming up in its way. I don't think this makes it. I think this thing is going to lose money. It might get really, really close. It might get up to like 260, 270. You know, we'll see, you know, and again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I mean, again, I just say when you're talking about like a Predator movie and you're saying, oh, it's a sweet queer twist on the franchise, it's not a Predator movie. If you're using sweet and queer to describe any Predator movie, it's not a Predator movie. You just have to accept that. All the shills that are out there, look, pumping it up. They love it. Oh my God, they can't shut up about it. They like this chick right here just running their mouth. They can't shut the hell up about Predator. And that's fine if you liked it. But look, I think this is a very, very ordinary mid-action movie. I think what they're trying to do is pump this thing up and get people to go and watch it so it will be successful, so it will cross that $320 million at the box office. And then everybody can say, hey, Predator was a success. It made his money back. Now Dan Trachtenberg, he could just go forward and make a whole lot of spinoffs. They can what they're probably going to end up doing is trying to connect this weak little Disney Predator. They're going to try to connect this with the Disney alien shit that they're doing, Alien Earth, Alien Romulus, or whatever. They're going to try to build some sort of an AVP universe, you know, and this guy is probably going to be like the hero of it all. I don't know. But look, I'm not feeling this shit at all. I think that this is Disney's Predator. All right. Disney Predator. That's what I'm calling it. I don't think the franchise is going forward. I think it's going backwards. And listen, again, if you like it, you like it. That's fine by me. I say the same thing with Disney Star Wars. If you like Disney Star Wars, there you go. You can have it. But to me, this is along that same vein, except the movie itself, it's just watchable. It's a watchable movie. You can watch it and get through it, but it's not a Predator movie. It belongs in another franchise. I wish Disney would do that. I wish they would take all of the franchises, all these franchises that you guys have hijacked and taken over. I wish you would just say, okay, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to think about a movie that we could do in like the Predator franchise, but then we're going to call it something else and spin it off and do our own thing with it and let it live and die on its own. Same thing with Star Wars. Oh, okay, we got some ideas for Star Wars. You know what? Let's put that in a different franchise. Let's build something. Let's actually create a new franchise, you know, and use the ideas that we were going to throw in here for Disney Predator and Disney Star Wars. And we're going to make a new franchise out of that and then let it live and die on its own merits. But let the OG fans of Predator and Star Wars and Marvel and all these, let them keep what they enjoy and let them have that. And if we find somebody that can do it right, then we'll allow those guys to come in and they can add to the Predator lore or whatever. But to me, this doesn't do anything for Predator. Again, it doesn't feel like a Predator movie. You know, the tone is all wrong. The action is not there, you know, like it was. I mean, well, the horror and the action, like blowing people, like all of the stuff that we got with that original Predator. That's what we want. And if you can't do that, don't do it at all, you know? And certainly don't give us modern masculinity. Nobody's asking for this modern masculinity, but look, this dude could have been in the suit. He could have been the Predator. All of this weak shit, man. I'm tired of it, man. Anyway, look, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I just, you know, I'm ranting for a little bit because I was just kind of frustrated looking at all of this Predator stuff. And listen, man, if it succeeds, it succeeds. It's not going to be any sleep that I'm losing, but I just feel like Disney has taken over all of these franchises, and honestly, they don't know what to do with them. And so they just hand it off to modern Hollywood, and modern Hollywood guys are going to do what they do. And, you know, this is what we end up with, you know, well, not this particularly, but, you know, this, okay? Predator and Friends, Predator and the girl boss, you know, and then probably another girl boss coming down the line. Who knows? Mama, right? The mother. All right. The ultimate girl boss. Oh, man, I'm just not looking forward to any of this shit. But you guys let me know what y'all think about it. Go ahead. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.